Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and we're back with what could be the final video for 2K24 because it's the 27th of December, so there are not many working days left, and that does mean no mail delivery coming in, or like only on 2 days, I guess, tomorrow and on Monday. And well, I received mail from Mülheim actually, an envelope from a label that sends me stuff every now and then, like I guess once a year maybe, but has over the past 4 years or so minimum, because I looked it up and we had, or I did an unboxing video for the label that is called Audiophobe like 4 years ago on my channel. So scroll back if you want, because in the end card you will find a link to a different channel this time, because me and Dr. Jones of the Crystal Apes have been on it again with our music talk podcasts and uploaded the 3rd episode to YouTube recently, which does mean music and a lot of conversation, like 3 hours in total if you're speaking German. So this refers only to the German audience, I guess, or if you're learning German basically. So this watch out for this link to pop up in the end card of this video. But now, because I will go out and like have a drink later with the Crystal Apes, let's dive into this quickly. Feels like 2 different formats in here, and it might be a tape from just the feel of this package, but let's have a look and open this quickly. There is a CD I see, and I see different stuff and a press info, so let's dive into this package. The Audiophobe label basically is backed, or like has its roots more in the darker industrial electronic realm, more or less, but as far as I remember, the last things I've reviewed like quite a while ago, they are like providing music that reminds me or reminded me in some way of a lot of like electronica and other stuff that has been released in the early 2000s, late 90s, and I had a conversation with my friend Jojo Brand of Sonnenbrand and The Convent and Rohbau and all those bands yesterday evening, and I told him I found it really interesting that a lot of music that is now released in the realm of like dark electronics, industrial, kind of resembles the electro and electronica vibe that has been like popular in the late 90s, early 2000s in the deep electronica ambient scene of the more electronic scene, techno related scene. So this is an interesting development, and what we got here are 2 releases by Autoclave 1.1 as far as I see, a tape and a CD thing. And Tony Young, I guess, is the name of the dude that is Autoclave 1.1, also works or has worked with Andreas Davids, a.k.a. Xotox in a project. So this is where the here's a little bit of like tape stuck on the tape, sticky tape here, where the connection came from, I guess, but we'll see. We have 2 release infos as well, a CD and a tape, both released on the same day, which is interesting. So we have the tape first, Autoclave 1.1 Coral Bleaching EP on tape, on the Audiophobe label, released in August, a 4-track as far as I can see. Total playing time is 25 minutes. This is, I was not right about the name, Tony Young provided a new EP to this album as a partner to the latest album. And we got a feature with Andreas Davids on here, which is Xotox. So there are 4 tracks in here. Glimmering ambience reminiscing on ideas formed on long summer evening past gardens he once resided. So this seems to be more of an ambient kind of music, I guess, electronic, warm ambient. 4 tracks on here: White into Amber, Coral Bleaching, Farewell Glaciers, and Eventide or Eventide. I'm never too sure how to pronounce this. And we got a tape, beautiful bluish nature, 25 minutes long. Here is the spine. We'll put this upright, so I hope you can see this right with the glare. And the tape is fresh and blue and pretty much stuck in there. How does this open without me breaking that? I'm not too sure. I will pull this apart because it's better to not break it. There's a release thing, a download code in here. Tony Young's Coral Bleaching EP on tape, 25 minutes. I love the color. This is like pool water, looks like when you're on holiday, I guess. Beautiful thing. We got the download code here, which I will not show, but I will show the inside of the tape, which looks like this with a full track listing here and the full artwork as well. It looks like this. This is a little bit of a shout out in here. Autoclave 1.1 is Tony Young, mastered at the Cage by Martin Bowes, or Bowes, never heard of that guy. Images courtesy of Anthony Montgomery, and the layout is by someone who goes under the name or works under the name of Cast Shadows. This is the third tape, obviously, on the audio Phobe label. So good to see that a lot of, or that more underground labels are like once again embracing the format, even though, as people have told me that I've been speaking to recently, that they don't have tape players anymore, but we gotta change that and bring the format to attention, I guess. And someone is kind of off with this. No, now it's working. Okay, weird. So, Coral Bleaching by Tony Young, aka Autoclave 1.1. And the CD album, which this is a accompanying sister release to, is called diamondBLACKviper. Also released on Audio Phobe as Audio Phobe 043 in August. Total playing time is 40 minutes as far as I can see, over 10 tracks. 10 new tracks harking back to rare, albeit fond memories from his childhood in the early 1980s. So is that where the title refers to, like diamondBLACKviper? Because Viper was a kind of car, I guess, wasn't it? A Corvette or something like that? Oral departure from the previous works. This is a purely electronic affair, which is described as vibrant and colorful here on purpose. Playful synth patterns, subtle complexities and hook lines. So are we seeing Tony Young like probably like getting into synthwave, vaporwave territories with this one? A deep and personal journey here. Gazing into the windows of a local bike shop, I guess, and that refers to a lot of things. Refer to his childhood, I guess. Even the titles of the CD, which are called like Spearmint Rocker, Homemade Nunchucks, Big Valley BMX, Asleep on Harmony Hill, Hidden Path to the Beaumont Park, Coventry Eagle Has Landed. This sounds like things from the 80s, I guess. So the description probably is not too wrong or too off. And even we got a snake on there, what is probably an interpretation of the Black Diamond Viper. I guess this might be like neon shimmering vaporwave, probably a little bit of like not unlike the video AI video thing we did to the podcast, to the latest music talk podcast. Probably digging a bit into the Miami Vice, like purple neon blue aesthetic, with the music like a musical representation of those colors. And interestingly, this CD is, it's an interesting approach. So we got the CD is totally silver and reflective, not much of an additional print on here, which I haven't seen in quite a while. there are a little bit of like shoutouts in here, and yeah, mastered of course by Anatoly Toki Grinberg, which is like involved with a lot of labels and mastering of that scene. So I'm very curious where this leads to musically. We got 2 releases by Tony Young, aka Autoclave 1.1. Reviews will be up on my website, nightstales.de, in a few days or weeks, depending on how fast my things progress here. Like getting a bit of things in order, like listening to a lot of records over the change of the year, I guess. I will not party throughout New Year's Eve because I got lots of things to do before that, and things are getting hectic after that as well. So got a lot of things to do, and I'll be working shifts at the nightlife venue as well. So this is happening. But now Bass Junkie out for now, probably for the whole year. See you in 2025 with a charter video, I guess, as the first one. But if some things come in like over the next 2 days or 3 days, I guess there might be another video. So Bass Junkie out for now. Listen to the podcast thing if you're speaking German, and otherwise see you on the next one.